Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this last day of 2014. It is New Year's Eve, December 31st. We have arrived. Tomorrow, a brand new year, a brand new start. Everything cold, actually. This morning, temperatures in the 20s. We even have a few teens showing up, upper teens showing up on the Kentucky Mesonet network this morning. So bundle up. It's going to be that way again tonight. If you're going out for any New Year's Eve celebrations, it is going to be quite cold across southern Kentucky. Yesterday, we only made it to 41. That happened at 2:30 in the afternoon. At the Bowling Green Airport, 45 is the average. That's a 4-degree difference, so it wasn't, very cold, but just chilly. 26 was our low temperature. 27 is the average. That's a 1-degree difference. 1 year ago, we had a high of 31 and a low of 23 back in 2013. No precipitation for the 24-hour period. Lots of sunshine, a few high clouds. Looks like we're going to end the month with about a 3-inch deficit on precipitation as far as Decembers go in southern Kentucky. And year to date, we're going to end the year, it looks like, with a deficit of almost 3 3/4 inches below average. So not bad. We're a little dry for the month of December, but year to date, we've got enough in the water tables to say, we pretty much came out even. We should be averaging close to 50 inches of precipitation total for the entire year. And so we did that, came close, almost worked out fairly even on the scale of things. Today, we've got some mid-level moisture moving in. It's mostly cloud cover right along the Kentucky-Tennessee border. It's not a big deal. It's not producing really anything. There's some snow, of course, aloft, even in the summertime. When you have rain and thunderstorms way up, once you go past the freezing level, it's always snow. Did you know that? It's always snow. Even in the heat of summer, it's always snow. Way up there. But you have to go up, sometimes 35,000 feet or higher before you find that. The thing is, it warms by the time it reaches us. But this morning, it's so dry at the surface that if anything is in the mid-levels there in the form of light snow, it's evaporating before it even reaches the ground. So we'll just say today a mix of clouds and sunshine, mainly sunny in most areas. A high, though, at just 33 degrees. That's just 1 degree above freezing with a northwest wind at 5. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold for your New Year's Eve. If you're heading out, we're going to say around 20 for an overnight low for Bowling Green, but some of you in the outlying areas may get down into the upper teens, so you need to prepare for that going out. Now for tomorrow, New Year's Day, January 1, 2015, mostly sunny to start, and with a more southerly wind, we'll warm it to 41, but you will note increasing clouds as we go through the day. Now here's the tricky part, as they say in the cartoons. Just before sunrise on Friday morning, there may be a brief period of mixed winter precipitation in the form of either freezing rain or sleet, we think, depending on temperature. The temperature is going to be right on the threshold of being, where it could be just warm enough for rain or a mix of precipitation before it goes over to all rain during the day on Friday. But early Friday morning, we could have some low-impact issues or some minor issues as far as that mixed precipitation, how much we get, and what the temperatures do. So there could be some icy spots very early Friday morning. You need to keep that in mind if you're doing anything this weekend. But the rest of the day Friday should be rain and a high of 43. Then temperatures with that southerly wind flow and that trough of low pressure will actually begin to warm us up as we get into early Saturday. Saturday, though, looks breezy and rainy. An 80% chance of rain likely, but will warm all the way to 55 on Saturday. And then here comes another cold front that cools us back down. Sunday morning, we'll see just some leftover rain showers and then partial sunshine, 45. Monday, mostly sunny, 40. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 42. All right. So I'm not going to be here the next couple of days. I'm going to take tomorrow, New Year's Day, and the next day off, Friday, and just make it a long weekend. All right. But I will be on the radio. I will be doing the Chris Allen radio show, Sam 100.7 on your FM dial this afternoon and the rest of the week, 3 to 7 p.m. Now, yesterday, if you were listening, I had some technical problems, namely operator error. That would be me. And you know, you guys that listen to the podcast, you know I tell you stuff that I don't tell anybody else because I think you're just a little, I don't know, you're more technically savvy. You understand podcast and technical stuff. I think for the majority of you, at least you do. So I will tell you this. Some people ask me, how in the world do you do this here at WBKO? You get up at 1:30, then you come in and get the weather ready and do a podcast and a blog and post stuff, videos, you know, things like that. Do the weather, AM Kentucky, midday, and then do a radio show from 3 to 7. When do you sleep? Well, here's the secret. Most of what I do on the radio side is what we call voice tracked. In other words, after I leave here, after the midday show at noon, I just drive down Campbell Lane, go to the Sam Studios. I track everything that I'm going to say for that 4-hour period. And then the computer just lays it in. Then I can go home. After about an hour, I go home, and I can listen to myself on the radio. That's how it's done. So I'm not losing any sleep. I'm not there that whole time. Now, I know that kind of breaks the fourth wall or fifth wall or whatever, but that's technology allows me to do a lot of these things, like the podcast. You know, it's pretty cool stuff. But yesterday I ran into some technical issues, and the first couple of hours didn't even play. I wasn't on until 5. So, lesson learned, operator error. Yeah, that's how you learn things. You make a few mistakes, and then you work it out and tell yourself, it's not going to happen next time. Gremlins. Yeah, those pesky little gremlins. All right, you guys. From me to you, my family to yours, Happy New Year. May 2015 bring you everything that you pray for. And God bless you, and thank you so much for making 2014 successful in my life, in my career, and this podcast, which ended up in a Nicolas Cage movie, Joe. How about that? 2014 was a good year. God bless you all. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great weekend.